Welcome back, everyone. I'm JayborinoPlays. This is Outpost 2 Divided Destiny. We're playing the Plymouth campaign. We're on Mission 2. I said that very fast. Mission briefing. Commander, our scientists have discovered more unusual seismic and volcanic activity. We thought New Terra was geologically stable, but apparently it is not. More eruptions and quakes are predicted soon. We do not know the cause. Many of our people are exhausted and weak from the evacuation, and food supplies are diminishing. We must establish a temporary colony here. To survive, we will need to grow more food, mine ores, and produce more metals, and reconstruct our basic scientific databases from the few computer records we saved in time. More structure kits will be needed before we evacuate again as well. Our people are determined to survive. Morale is steady for now. Check the specific objectives list for an exact list of what we need. Move quickly, Commander. Another eruption could happen at any time. Maybe we should have gone just a little bit the other direction to not be so close to the volcano. I understand you said we needed to rest, but why did we path towards another volcano? Okay, so again, very similar to Eden Mission 2. Let's go. Okay, let's load up here. I'm going to make a second agrodome. Never mind, I need to put down my common ore smelter. So we're going to put that right here. Yeah, right here. Let's get that started. Robo-Surveyor heading over here. We still have to use Robo-Surveyors because we don't have an Edward satellite up yet. That's not something we get for quite some time, so... Alright, so while this is building... Do I have a Robo-Dozer? I thought I had one, but I guess not. Okay, so we just have to wait, because we have nowhere to drop off our metals, and we don't have any metals. That's okay, though. So let's go ahead and throw this down. I gotta keep an eye out for seismic disturbances. There's the volcano, so we don't want to build anything up in this direction. Let's go ahead and start our science. I think in Eden I started with a common ore smelter. Huh. Okay, that's fine. Let's move these guys up, just so that we've got them up there. You guys just move down here, and I gotta keep an eye out for quakes. You just stay next to the tokamak in case I need to repair it. And I would build tubes. I would build tubes out, but this is as close as we can get. Now, on normal, I don't think your basic lab or agrodome are set up. I think you only have a command center. Actually, no, you might start with the same stuff in retrospect, but the volcano must erupt sooner. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Let's go ahead and start the mining now, just so our trucks can load up. Okay, and Boptronics is next. Now this is one where morale is steady again, which is nice, so I don't have to really worry about it too much. The first thing I'm going to do is unload one of these trucks and build an agrodome. In fact, I can unload most of the trucks, so I can build an agrodome. Then I can start making my other kits that I need, because I need a command center, a structure factory, an ore smelter, an agrodome, and a tokamak. All the normal stuff for these early levels. So it'd be nice if this finished in time for me to be able to drop off one of my metals trucks before my ore gets there, because I don't want to have to micro them away. You can do it. It's not going to make it. It's going to be close, but it's not going to make it. Let's go ahead and start my next topic here. Chemistry. Alrighty. This is fine, though. We'll just start unloading 500. These are full of 1,000, so it would make sense for me to drop these off first. If this was on hard mode, I feel like I would have to absolutely prioritize that, but I'm not on hard mode. Again, like I said, I tried mission... That's up here. I tried mission 2 here on hard mode, and boy, was it was very, very challenging. You have to be absolutely perfect, and a lot of people... Well, I don't know who a lot of people are. I've just read some walkthroughs of this game here and there. I remember from when I was a kid, and recently I've just been looking up some guides, just, you know, for stuff that I've... Because, you know, I've been interested again. I was thinking about hard mode, but it just seems beyond the amount of effort I'm willing to put in, which I know sounds bad, but maybe someday in the future... I don't know. I like playing games that I feel comfortable with. I feel comfortable with this game, but I feel like it would require way, 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 way too much restarting, and I really don't want to do that. So, here to here to here. We got to make that second agrodome so that we can start getting more food. Very important. Okay, let's drop off more of these minerals, because I want to start... some of these buildings very, very soon. So unload this. Putting 1,000 common ore, common metals back into the smelter. Honestly, it's not. I'm not losing money by doing that. It's just I'm putting it in storage faster. I'll just have to reload up the truck later. But it's not like putting it back into storage is a bad thing, because I need to make this command center anyway. I'm gonna need to load up trucks anyway. That kind of stuff. So it really just doesn't matter. Also on normal, the yield on this mine is way, way, way better. So I'm pleased with that. Let's make sure we keep doing our database reconstructions. So these 5 things seem really basic. In fact, what I'm going to do, preferences, completed objectives, just so I can see it. But astronomy, biochemical chemistry, planetary scientists. So, like, really basic stuff. But you have to remember that we have literally 69 people. Like, this is all that remains of the human race. Well, actually, okay, so technically Eden also would probably have around 70 people left in their colony, too. So, I should not be so hasty to say that. But, where's that seismic event? Up here. All right. With 69 people, do we really have time to be doing extensive science? It's better to rebuild these databases because, like, this is the basis for all future scientific discovery. And that's probably one of my favorite things about this game is, like, the basis in science fiction that it has. And I don't know. I think as a kid, this really shaped my love for science fiction. I played this, I played Starcraft, and both of those games... I mean, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. I love the Star Wars Extended Universe. Well, it's not the Expanded Universe anymore. Now it's Star Wars Legends because they replaced it. But they can pry the X-Wing novels out of my cold, dead hands if they're going to say that that's not canon. Oh boy. Alright, well, I'm not going to get on that tangent. But, you know, it's a different owner now, and they can do whatever they want with Star Wars. Wow, this is a crazy tangent. But let me tell you, I'm not really that unhappy, okay? It's all fiction. It's science fiction. If, you know, the old Star Wars isn't technically canon, I'm okay with that. I'm actually very excited to see what they do with it now. And the old books still exist. The old timeline still exists, and it doesn't have to be officially canon, as said by LucasArts and Disney, for me to still enjoy it. And I understand that that may ruin it for some other people, but for me, like, it's still part of Star Wars, so I'm pleased with that. Any other Star Wars Expanded Universe fans out there? I love the X-Wing series. Those books are probably some of the first science fiction books that I read when I was a young adult and a teenager, and I loved them. Rogue Squadron, Wraith Squadron, I love that shit. That is the best. Thrawn Trilogy obviously was great. I read those actually after. Some of the other ones weren't that great. I don't really care for the Jedi Knight trilogy. What else? Oh, there were a bunch in there. I liked Darksaber, though. I thought Darksaber was pretty cool. I loved the New Jedi Order. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the direction it was taking, but I loved how they took a ton of authors from previously in the Expanded Universe and brought them all together to make just this hugely epic, incredible, absolutely incredible series, and so much happened. It was crazy. Am I missing something? I'm just blabbing and blabbing. Alright, so we need this tokamak to be done, then we need a smelter. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my completed objectives again so I don't get confused. Because I'm real good at getting confused, let me tell you. Alright, smelter kit. We've researched everything, right? So we need 2,000 units of food and trucks, and then we need 6,000. So we just need 6,000. Well, we've got two, so we need 4,000 in storage, which we're just about done with, so... Really, those two trucks are all we need, so you just come on back. We're going to start loading these up. There's a few things about this game that I also, like little tidbits that I never knew. Apparently, if you're trying to get your population up, you want to keep a high number of workers. And don't train them into scientists. I mean, if you need scientists, obviously train them. But if you're fine with your number of scientists, then don't go overboard training more because workers contribute more to the birth rate, like almost double. So if you have a nursery up and a university and all that, you want to keep a higher number of workers if you're trying to get more babies born. I don't know if it's like scientists are too busy sciencing and there's not enough fucking going on. I don't know, but whatever. That's not important. All I know is that the workers contribute more to the birth rate. Actually, that's really the only cool tidbit that I remember. I guess one tip for this mission, if you're going to play on... Where's that? If you're going to play on hard, is maybe make a common ore storage so that you can load up from both places. Oh, alright, we're already erupting. We're about done here. On hard difficulty, you have to have all your kits in the trucks, too, so it's just one extra thing. The volcano's already erupting. Also, if you lose anything to quakes, lose any vehicles, you instantly lose because you can't remake them. I think that's something I mentioned in my Eden playthrough, too. The mission is over now. Boom.
You have done well. Our colony is surviving.
Thank you, Savant. It is indeed surviving. Save. Plymouth normal. I will see you in Mission 3, all you friendly folk. Hope you're enjoying this series. Again, this will start diverging quite a bit from what the Eden campaign was. Starting, the next mission is also... The first 4 missions are very similar. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that that's a third of the whole game, right? There's only 12 missions, so 4 missions is a third of the whole game. So when I say that the first third is exactly the same as Eden, I'm not trying to fool anybody, alright? I'm being upfront with you, but I love this game. I hope you're still loving it. There's no point in me continuing to justify it. If you like this, then you're watching it, and if you don't, then you haven't even started bothering. So, I'll see you next time, where we are going to continue trying to escape lava. See you then. Bye.